Hello everyone, this is Bethia, and as you can see, I'm about to do a food prep. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my medicine tea. And let me just do this little disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, don't claim to be. This is just something that I use to, it builds your immune system, so I just use it. I just make it for myself and my family to fight colds and whatever else. So let me get started. I saw some pineapples on sale, so I got 4. I already have 1 cut up. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can get that down there. Oh, well, anyways, I'll hold it up. I'm slicing this very, very thin. And I'm going to dehydrate it. Because in my medicine tea, I use the rind, this part, all of this, for the tea. So I slice it like this and I put it in the dehydrator. See, it's very thin. And it takes some hours, 24, 48 hours for it to dry very thin. You know, dry, very dry. Let's see if I can take you over to the dehydrator. I just flip the camera over. No, I'll just walk over there so you can see it. Okay, this is an Excalibur dehydrator, and today I have the pineapples, carrots, garlic, and more carrots. The carrots have nothing to do with the medicine. Okay, so the pineapples, the cut pineapples, I'm going to put them in canned pineapples in this size jar. Dehydrate the pineapple whole, and by the way, here's what the carrots will look like when it's done. All you have to do to rehydrate it is put it in some water, rehydrate it, cook them, and eat them, or juice them. Or I can even powder them to put in a smoothie or something. I'm going to show you some of the other ingredients to the medicine tea. Which is ginger. I'm sorry, garlic. So, what goes in the medicine tea is garlic. Just move that out the way. I have dried onions. I'll have to do some more real soon because I'm almost out. Because I make it all the time. People call me up and ask for some of this medicine tea. Turmeric, and I dehydrate this myself. Ginger, I'm almost out. I'll have to do it again. Now, all my ingredients are, see, this is not supposed to be like that. Sorry. All my ingredients are organic. Genetically non-GMO organic foods. Other ingredients I use for the tea is raw wild honey. We're in a day that we need to have this medicine stored up to keep us healthy, help keep us healthy. Black pepper, because it activates the turmeric, makes it more powerful. So I like to use the peppercorn pepper. And I have 2 more ingredients, and because I dehydrate that as well. Let me go get it. Oranges with the hull on it and everything. Well, those were lemons. These are the oranges. Well, actually, these are the lemons and those are the oranges. You're right. They're really, really sweet. That's why they're so dark. If it wasn't sweet, it wouldn't be that dark. So, anyway, what I do is I take all of those ingredients, throw it in a pot, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer for an hour or 2. And then you have your medicine tea. Let me show you if I just need one for just myself. Oftentimes I also take the fresh ingredients and I can them in jars like this. So when someone needs it, they just call me. They ask if I have tea. I said, well, yep, I have a couple of jars left. Come and get it. They also return my jars because they're not easy to come by. Let me go ahead and put this back. And this is what I do. So when I need some just for myself, I make some just for myself. I just put a portion of each ingredient that has been dried into a pot, bring it to a boil, and let it simmer a little higher than low heat for an hour, at least an hour. And this is the outcome. I pour it in the jar and take a couple of swallows or more a day. If I'm sick, which I haven't been in thank God, I just praise the Most High that I haven't been sick in more than 4 years. Haven't had a cold in more than 4 years, and I usually get very sick with the cold. Haven't had one. Been drinking this every day. Not necessarily every day, but quite often. So these are just a couple of my projects. I got so many projects going on today. So I'll be back to show you the outcome of the canned pineapples. I'm going to can all of those and save the skin to either make pineapple juice or dehydrate the skin for the tea. I'll be back. Did I say this is May 3rd, 2020? Be right back. Hello everyone, this is Bethia. I'm back. I'm going to show you how I cut up the pineapple to prepare it to be canned. It goes into a water bath canning for 15 minutes. The jars are in the oven. They've been washed, and now they're in the oven for sterilization. Okay, can you see that? Okay, I don't have much space. My YouTube channel is a small space garden, but there's so many things I like to do. By the way, this, you can take this down. A lot of people, I've seen people on YouTube just plant it in the ground. Take this off and plant it. And I saw another person peel this back, and there are little tiny roots underneath the skin. You plant it, put it in the water and let it root, then in the ground. I did this yet last year or year before, and it grew big, and all of a sudden it just died. So anyways, peel that off and do like that. Just peel those back, these leaves back, till you get to you see the little roots underneath the skin. So you can save this to plant it. It takes about 2 years to get a pineapple. It can take less, but typically around about 2. You can save this for your compost. So I'm gonna put that aside for the compost. All right, so now I have this crooked. It's not straight round, but that's okay. I think I can still get through it, and I'm hoping that you can see it. Okay, there we go. Here we go. And of course, you can cut it like this. And sometimes I do, but today I'm not. Now I'm going to do pineapple pillars now. Oh, by the way, this goes in my medicine tea too. When I do it fresh, the core to the pineapple, I drop that in the dishwater, so I'm just throwing it away. Okay, so you just put this on the core and get someone for you that's strong. I don't have anyone, so I gotta do it myself. Or I'm just weak, whichever. But eventually, and you can see that I'm doing it a little crooked. So it's gonna be crooked, but that's all right. I'll keep going. Let's see, I can tell it's so crooked. It's all right. I'm gonna just have to use it as is. I'm trying to do it straight on the next one. See, I punched a hole. Okay, but guess what? Still got some pineapple out. Here's the core. The core is really delicious too. I'm gonna put that there for now. Push the button. Okay, and drop it in the bowl. Now, there's still some pineapple down here. And I'm not going to waste it. I can scrape it all out, cut it all out, and make pineapple marmalade or pineapple jelly or something. Speaking of jelly, last week I made some jelly without sugar. I used monk fruit. Tell you, I like doing so many things. What is that? No thickener, nothing, just this. With lemon juice, of course. And it turned out really good. Let me show you. Here we go. Strawberries for $24.22. It's delicious too. It tastes really, really good. Okay, I'll be right back, and hopefully I'll be able to cut this pineapple without issues. Okay, by the way, I'm gonna show you how I clean the pineapples too. That one was already clean. I should have showed you. But anyways, I kind of wash it. Most of the time, I let it sit in some vinegar water. And I have my vegetable brush. And I just brush. I always like to get organic. But pineapples do not always have to be organic. You use your judgment on that one. And sometimes they have them in the store for $5. So in that case, I'm getting a regular pineapple. But if I use it for the tea, it's gonna have to be organic. No pesticides on it. But you can get, I think you can clean the pesticides really good by putting it in vinegar water and baking soda. That's what I use all the time. Okay. I think I washed these things yesterday, so I'm supposed to wash these now. As a matter of fact, I know I washed them yesterday. Alright. Let's see if I can do it straight this time. Looks pretty straight this time. Nope, it's not. But let's try and do it straight. Let's give it a try. I said I was going to hang up now, but let me just try. This is better. Yeah. You can basically tell when you get to the bottom. You hear that little sound like that, unless you move at the bottom. Pull it up. Can you see these little black things in there, or brown things? I need to find out if they're seeds. They actually look like seeds to me. I'm gonna keep it and plant it on the inside, see what happens. There we go. Snap it apart. And go like that. There you go. As a kid, I always wondered how in the world did they put pineapples in a jar round like that. Couldn't figure it out. Let's put that there. But also, I'm sure you guys seen that YouTube video or the whatever where you can push this back. And take out just that portion of the pineapple and eat it. It's very sweet. Okay, this is the last pineapple. So I'm going to pause it now and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and going to complete the canning process. So, just a second. I have, okay, jars in their oven. Take them out. Sorry about that. They're nice and sanitized. I have the water, the hot water, heating up on the stove with a little lemon juice so that it won't get brown. Something is wrong with this jar. We're not going to use this at all. Not right now. All right. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I'm going to scrape that all out. I got all of these and make jelly or preserves or whatever it turns out to be. It's better to use fresh lemons, but I'm going to use this because I don't have any fresh lemons. Uh-oh, I think my neighbor is coming. She sure is, so I'll be right back with you. Oh, no, she isn't. She kept going. Thank God. Not that I mind, but I just want to hurry up and finish this. I'm not going to show you all of it. I'm just going to show you a little portion of it. And my hands are clean, but I'm going to wash them again. I don't put any sugar of any kind, no honey, no nothing. Just the lemon juice in the water to keep it from getting brown, and also sweetens it when you get ready to drink. By the way, that lemon juice was 100% lemons and limes only. No water, no sugar, no additives at all. And it's organic. Got it from Costco. The jars are nice and hot. Yeah, the jars need to be hot, sanitized. You're going to put hot water in it, so the jars need to be hot. So this is a big pineapple. Look at that. All right, these are big pineapples. The thing about doing pineapples, you don't have to pressure can them. You put it in a water bath, and it only takes 15 or 20 minutes. It depends on your area. You can look that up. So, and before I put the seal on it, I'm going to have to clean that off. Those are big pineapples. Wow, I can barely get them in here. That's far enough. I hope you can see that. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. My space is so limited. Next time I'm going to have to figure out a way. Let's see. Stuff the jar. I pushed it down. That's the pineapple juice that came off the pineapple itself when I was pushing it down. I'm going to have to push that down a little bit more. I'll do that when I get the water in it. So, I'm going to go ahead and complete this one. I'm really sorry I don't have the space required, but next time I'll figure it out. I'll get it organized. Okay. All right. Let me get the water. Okay. here's the water, the hot water. And fill it up to the 1 inch from the top. Take all the bubbles out. Let's use this here little instrument that they have. And I think this back end, you can use that too. Just get the bubbles out. There you go. I have a little cup over here with some vinegar. I'm going to use just plain old paper towel. Dip it in the vinegar. Wipe it around the edges here. This thing is very hot. Okay, because you don't want anything on the edge here, because it will keep it from sealing. So now, see if you can see over here. I'm going to try and bring this over so you can see. My tops sterilizing. Okay. So it's very important that you do things like that. Put the tops on. Finger tight, and this jar is hot. You don't want it too tight because you don't want it to, you want it to seal. If you have it too tight, it will, the seal will come loose. I'm going to go ahead and put it over to the pot. Water bath. You do not have to have a water bath pressure cooker. It can be any pot. And I'm just going to sit that in there. And I'll be back when I'm done with all of them. Be right back. Hey y'all, I'm hoping that you can see this. I noticed it in my other video. Earlier. I paused it. I had the pineapples way over here, and you couldn't see it. But anyways, I'm back. Now, I'm going to show you that you do not have to waste any portion of a pineapple. First, I'm going to try very carefully and go over to the pineapple. Put a towel in there to keep it from breaking. They're still coming. I only have a couple more minutes left before I can take it out, and I'll show you that. Okay, so here is the pineapple that I scraped out of the hole. Well, you know, out of this. Scraped all the pineapple out. I used the ice cream dipper to scrape it out. You know, and I squeeze the juice as much as possible into here. So this is going to make preserves, marmalade, or whatever I can think of, even pie filling, whichever. Maybe I'll just can it with some monk fruit to use as pie filling. You can see the monk fruit. Any kind of monk fruit will do. It tastes just like sugar. Just like sugar. You use the same amount of monk fruit as you would sugar. Now I took these. I'm going to use it for compost. I did plant one in the garden, in my garden, and I'll show you that in when I show you my garden. Okay, so this is going to be compost, and I pull the leaves off of one of them, and I'll probably do the same with this. As a matter of fact, let me take some of it now. And what I'm going to do is pull that back, take all them out, let it dry naturally outside on the patio, and use it for compost. Okay. There we go. They come out pretty easy. That's how you know the thing is really ripe. See this one, if you can see that, I might save this to plant. See those fresh leaves in there? I think I'll save this to plant. It has fresh new leaves. So I'll take all these leaves out. I'm gonna save this to plant. I'll show you that in my garden. I know it's not the traditional way, but I'm gonna give it a try anyhow. Take all these leaves from around. And I'm gonna save it to plant now. I see the root. You really have to peel all these back right there. Let's see if I can get it so you can see it. Yeah, this is going into a pot all by itself. See, the root is right there. Alrighty, so I'll do that later. Alright, you can see, you can start seeing, I'm seeing the roots now. I'll sit that right there. Okay. This is all. Jaden, no. I'm doing a video. Okay. These are all the holes that are left. That was my Gigi son. You think he's grown?
Okay. I gotta get the ones out of there.
No, not yet. They're still drying. Okay, so it doesn't. I'm not using this for consumption. I'm using this for compost. Now I have a small. Well, the patio is not that small, but I don't have that kind of space for a compost pot. I do have one out there. It's all filled. It's all filled up. So this is going into the oven. Excuse me, Jane. You probably have to go get him. Okay, put it in the oven. Lowest possible temperature. Mine is 170. And leave the door cracked open. Probably going to, okay, so now, right now it is 6:21 p.m. Pacific time, and it's probably going to be, well, it may or may not be dry by morning, but if it isn't, I'll just let it keep on drying. After I dry it, I can do one or two things: just break it up and put it over my garden, or I can powder it and put it over my garden, whichever I feel like doing, I'll do. Then we have this left, which I'm going to slice. As thin as I possibly can. Let me see if I can demonstrate. and dehydrate this. One part is thicker, so no big deal. And just cut it in half. And cut that. Does anyone know whether or not these things are actual seeds? Put it in the comments for me, please. Let me know, because I don't know. What is it? So this I will finish up tomorrow. This in the refrigerator to make this jelly or something tomorrow. Cover it. And a little silver. Now, I can take the pineapples out. Let's take a look. "20 minutes. I'm having trouble. They're tight in here. There we go. Delicious. Sit right there for 24 hours. In a minute, you're going to hear it pop. Very good. Very good. See, now I'm going to bring it closer. Oh, I heard that pop. This one lined up really well. I shouldn't have turned that over. I can still see it bubbling. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. It'll be in my garden. All right, please comment. Constructive criticism is welcome. Be blessed.